ahead and start. Hey guys, it's the High Dolan podcast. When your host is always Stephen Henry. To the right on my screen, it's a big bear in charge, Mr. David Wayne.
Hello.
Down below, got hoods up, throwing gang signs. It's Mr. Matt Carter.
Hi. Much like Flyleaf, I'm alive.
Despite his best efforts. We also got our lovely newest member of the team, Amanda the intern, the Amation.
The Amation.
Yeah.
Yay.
Then we got a special guest this episode. I don't know if you guys noticed. It's Mr.
The
Danny
whitest
Smyth.
person in the room.
Well, I mean, I'm blown out from my light, but it's Danny Smyth from the Abortion Twins.
Yay!
I had my light on earlier, and somehow now I'm illuminating the room.
You always do, Danny.
You have an aura. You have a beautiful aura. Has anybody ever told you have a beautiful aura?
You have. Last week, before that.
I have.
Yeah, Carter's got an aura fixation, so.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Just
like
can't keep those auras out of my mouth.
me and Danny's like me and Danny's like boxes are next to each other, and you look like my brother who's like more successful somehow.
Wow. It's the
Well,
hair. It's the
Yeah,
hair.
It's the beard, and then like I don't know, it just because you're in a band and I suck at music, so it's like somehow
Listen,
you're
I'm
very
in a band and
successful.
I
Like Matt
suck at
Carter is way more successful than I'll ever be in music and comedy already, which is
I look like the transitioning coach on Amanda's softball team, so it's fine.
that's true. Let's get you a clipboard and a polo shirt.
It's like just bunt, just get on base, Amanda. It's fine.
My voice isn't quite deep enough.
Yeah.
Lean into those pitches.
You don't have quite enough chin stubble yet.
She's Asian. She's Asian, so you're going to be the pitcher. We know that.
Is that a thing?
Is that?
Is that?
Come on, Davey.
I don't know about that.
Well, Davey
I-
once, Danny, we'll catch you up real quick. Davey once told us that all Filipinos love tennis,
And they're really good at it, yes.
and they're very good at it.
It's like
And
pool. Have you ever seen Jeanette Lee? She's a beast, dude.
We've been debunking that tennis thing.
Well, Japanese people do love baseball, so
Yeah, Hideki
100%.
Urabu.
yeah.
Look
Hideo
at the
Nomo,
bad news
there's-
Bears. I mean, they went to
But-
Japan.
That's
But-
right. Like
Yes,
the third one,
they
I
did.
think it was.
But didn't all
No
the
one saw ya.
Japanese people you've named, weren't they all pitchers, or am I incorrect on position, Davey?
Probably. I only know Hideo Nomo. Suzuki.
Today,
Ichiro
Are you
Suzuki.
making
Ichiro
He
Suzuki.
played right field.
Oh, wow. All right, I'm wrong. I'm terrible.
But he was good.
double-checking.
He has like one of the like he had one of the best like on base percentages. His swing was so
He could at least
perfect
relief
because it
pitch.
was Japanese, so he was just like constant. I'm gonna hit it. Like you know what I mean. Just working on technique. It's amazing, dude. Their fucking work ethic. I love Japanese people. I do. I know that.
It's so weird. It's so it's just
I
a
love the
weird
culture.
time.
Why is it a weird time?
But it's just a weird time because I feel like
Because
it
you
can
can't acknowledge it, but you
missed-
have to always acknowledge it.
Yeah, you can't like the statement "I love insert ethnicity, race, or whatever." Like it's always loaded now.
Yeah.
I know.
You can't
well,
be
that's
like,
not my fault.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't.
I'm not shaming you for saying it. I'm just saying it is a weird.
Matt, it's only loaded because you're racist.
Thank you, Danny.
Okay.
No,
All
I'm
right.
kidding. No.
All right. This is
You actually make racist statements.
all the time. That whole "I love whoever" thing.
David's
Yeah.
like, shut up, I
I
own
mean,
a
I-
Toyota.
But here's the thing: is
Not
that I
okay.
do see both sides. But it's like I used to drift. I had a Nissan, so like I always like I watched so many like I don't know Japanese videos. Like it's the shit, man. Like that's the stuff I
feel like
grew up liking. Like I don't know how to.
Yeah.
I don't know how to not say that.
I think it is okay to, or it is possible to like do it for the wrong reasons. Like, man, I love black people; they're so good at dancing. That's
I
a
see what you're
You
saying.
see what I'm saying? That's a stereotype.
Yeah.
We can't do that. They're not all good at dancing, or they might be. I don't know. Am I the racist?
That's the thing. See, I don't know anymore. That's the scary part, dude.
What do you think? There's like scientists with lab coats. Like, all right, you all got to come in here and dance. We got to see.
No, I don't think so.
Our control test.
We're good at dancing.
1 out of 5 doctors approve that all black people can dance. It's like a damn dental commercial, or toothpaste commercial, or something.
Okay.
You know, that's a weird start.
You know, they say like 1 out of 10 dentists. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, what can I say? I'm a weird guy, so you're gonna start weird.
Yeah. Well, I'm just happy you're alive to be here, Danny.
I know. I am too. 2 weeks ago, I died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you rose from it. That's where the beard came from.
Is my friends have made like all these memes and stuff about it, and some of them have me rising, and I can't put them up until the actual page is no longer saying remembering Danny Smyth.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to wait. It sucks.
Yeah, so
awesome,
for background, someone reported Danny as dead on Facebook, and so his page has been memorialized, which means he can't get into it.
Mm.
Oh, like Facebook automatically locks it or something?
Yeah,
Well,
it turns into a memorial page.
Well, who has permission to like access it? Because I think they have like a feature where you can like grant someone access to it in case you die.
I've had that same account for about almost 15 years now, and I never put anyone to have access to it.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically, no one has access to it. And
Zuckerberg was just like, this guy's dead.
You'd think that Facebook would send you just one more message.
Yeah.
To be like, hey, like
an email.
Like you there? You know?
Get a you up message from Facebook.
Yeah. They just email you. Someone reported you dead. If you are, don't respond to this. You won't be able to.
Yeah, blink twice.
I actually was posting stuff as I was reported dead. It was kind of weird. And then just all of a sudden it closed out. And then I tried to log in again. It's like, this page has been memorialized.
Well, that's the thing. Like, gas can escape the human body for, hours after the death. So that makes sense.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was farting for the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different kind of butt dial.
Your Facebook
it's literally
farting.
a butt dial.
Yeah, so that's wild because like you actually had a decent account. Like I think you were almost maxed on friends and shit, right?
Yeah, because of everyone I've met in the punk scene and shit, just from that.
Yeah.
And the ska scene, like, I'm like, hey, I'll add anyone. And I added everyone, and it led to someone reporting me dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, can you really be in the punk scene if you're using social media though?
Can you be in punk scene if you're alive?
You have to.
That's true.
I know.
That's true.
I know you have to use it for fucking, promote. I mean, that's why we use it too, for the most part.
Yeah, that's the only reason, really.
But that's the thing. People don't realize when they do that shit, they're effectively fucking with your money. Like, that's how you network and promote and shit.
Well,
Yeah.
the one thing is, it's kind of like they were fucking with my family and friends, making them think I was dead.
Mm-hmm.
My brother keeps getting phone calls, like, about it, like, hey, is Danny dead?
Wait, they didn't even try to call you? They just called Rich?
They called Rich.
Like, not just as a goof, let's call Danny and see if his phone picks up.
They
And the best part is, like, I have the new account, and I'll be adding these people, and then they'll be like, why did I get another ad from Danny? Did he delete me? Oh, wait, Danny's dead on his old account? What? And then they'll be like, is Danny dead?
Oh yeah.
are they messaging on your new account to ask if you're dead?
Yeah. Because I bet a lot of people thought it was like like someone hacked your profile. Like you weren't offering them free Ray-Bans sunglasses or anything, were you?
I was just sad.
No, that was always the that used to be like an old spam thing on Facebook Messenger.
It still is on there. It's still
okay.
Yeah. Luckily, the new people I've added, like everyone I've added since then, I only have like 800 people I've added so far, and none of them are the Ray-Ban type, so we're good.
Good.
Okay, good. Yeah.
So you didn't add David Wayne. That's good.
No, don't add me.
No, he's more of an
Nuts.
Oakley guy.
No, I like
Yeah,
Shady Rays. Shout out
that's
Shady
a
Rays,
good-
sponsor us.
That's a good like litmus test whenever somebody adds you is if you go through their photos and if at any point they've been hit by the Ray-Ban fairy, like it's over. We're done.
Yeah.
You know they did the same thing Sinbad. Sinbad got killed on Wikipedia. Somebody went in on Wikipedia and killed
Updated
Sinbad.
it. Yeah, updated his date of death and shit.
So we might all do comedy, but you still have more in common with Sinbad than the
I
rest of
also-
us.
I keep
Sinbad
getting people posting Andy Kaufman stuff on my page, like Dan faked it. It's like, no, I didn't. This is a brilliant idea, but no, I didn't.
Where are you at right now? Are you on an island with Tupac? Like, what's happening?
This is a hologram of Danny Smyth, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is. Even the hologram looks sweaty.
They're like, how'd they get so realistic with this thing?
They're gonna have to set up a projector at the Twin shows.
Dude, if we could do that, that would be amazing. Do you know anyone that can help out with that?
No.
You're just gonna perform in your house, but it'll be projected on stage somewhere. That'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yep.
They'll be
would be
pouring
awesome.
beer into the hologram.
Oh my god. It would just go onto the ground and then
Just beer bonging it to the stage floor.
It look like the ghosts in Casper.
Yeah.
Follow it through.
That'd be hilarious too. So you guys probably haven't played, have you? Like we've actually been lucky enough to actually still be able to do comedy here and there, but live music is fucking dead now, man. That sucks so much.
Yeah, it's dead, and the people that are making it, that are like doing shows still, I don't really want to play with them because they might have the Rona themselves.
Oh, seriously.
They seem like an irresponsible bunch.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's like when things were first opening back up, like the people who were first throwing comedy shows were like, I'm not doing that.
No.
Yeah.
It was the real B team when it really first started again.
Yeah, like the people that were like, we're not scared. You guys are a bunch of pussies.
Like, we're gonna be doing it in a fucking pizzeria. I'm like, that's not where comedy should happen.
No, not at all.
And like 2 weeks later, they're like, this isn't a joke. This virus is very real.
Sorry about all the shit I talked about masks. Sorry,
Thoughts,
I called
prayers.
you guys. Yeah, thoughts and prayers.
So when we actually start playing shows again, I did actually buy like a bunch of mics for myself, so I don't have to worry about using the house mics anymore. Because Jesus Christ,
yeah, what they've seen.
Yeah, those are probably covered in not only COVID, but probably covered in a lot of other shit.
Oh yeah, a lot of
little,
feces, fucking sweat.
I mean,
sure, SM58 can go through a lot, so I'm pretty sure it could fight coronavirus off. The more dented the dome is, the better. Yeah, I know. I'm just messing.
Yeah,
I've seen videos where like people have taken a bunch of them and like buried them for 6 months in the winter and then pulled them out, put them back together, and they still worked. I'm like, Jesus.
So what, like the AK-47 method?
Essentially, that's why it's like the best mic, dude. This thing can get the shit kicked out of them and it still works.
Russian engineering, share microphone.
We douse with vodka first, clean.
Vodka.
Sorry.
Some of the hand sanitizer lately I've been smelling, holy shit.
A lot of alcohol in it.
Like pure vodka.
Yeah.
You got to get a hit of the Matt Carter signature hand sanitizer.
Yeah, you got to have a good ratio.
I make my own.
Yeah, but you do the good ratio. It's like what, 30 to 70-30 or something?
It's more than that. It's like 20% aloe vera and then 80% totally. Aloe vera is not going to hurt you. It's 20% aloe vera and 80% alcohol, and then there is an array of essential oils that go into it.
You peed in it?
Did I what?
You peed in it?
I peed in it, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Essential
matter.
Yeah, like it was more of like a bright green color, and now it's more of like a green yellow.
Matt is doing it like, you know, he's trying to make his money off it. Like he's doing Breaking Matt is what I'm saying.
Breaking Matt, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have to put gelatin in it? or not gelatin, but like
the sanitizer is blue. It's blue ice.
I'm trying to figure it out. I want it to have a cooling sensation when you put it on.
You robbed a train for essential oils.
Yeah, different flavors. Like I'll do like a blue raspberry menthol, like it's a vape cartridge.
You're gonna vape sanitizer to clean your lungs out.
Yeah, you gotta inside.
If you can inject bleach, you can vape sanitizer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, the president said it's good.
Sell it as a vaccine, dude. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, for real.
Combats coronavirus droplets.
It's an organic, all-natural vaccine sanitizer.
Absolutely. When I saw speaking of the microphone thing, when I saw Jeff Rosenstock live, he had 4 microphones like on stage at any given time that were just kind of sitting there.
Were they different tuning?
They're like harmonicas.
My drop D mic.
He was sweating so much. He gets like up on the mic and is mad, and he was sweating and it was dripping into the microphone, and he's a very intense performer.
Oh, I know.
He was sweating into. Oh, dude, it's great. And then he pulled the microphone off. Exactly. He was pulling the microphone out and like swinging it like this, and you would just see sweat coming out of the microphone. And then he'd put that one down and plug another one in and like set the other one down to dry out.
He set in like a little bucket of rice to get the liquid out.
So put this in a dryer.
Without my bucket of rice. Where's the rice? It's in my writer.
I'll be honest. You talking about it is more exciting than him. I'm kidding.
Do you not like Jeff Rosenstock?
I do. I love the song "Let's Go Nowhere." That's honestly one of my favorite songs of all time.
Okay, yeah. I like the solo stuff too.
I mean, I never really got into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sound like the worst punk and ska fan, but I never really got into it.
No, but I know a lot of punk and ska fans who are not big fans of Jeff Rosenstock, and I don't understand it. I just think he's the most wholesome human being on the planet.
I've never heard of him until
I want him to be my brother. He's the same age as my brother, and I want him to be my brother instead of my actual brother.
What band is he in?
He was in the Arrogant Sons of Bitches,
Mm-hmm.
and then Bomb the Music Industry.
I've heard of that band, but I've never heard of him.
On all of his solo stuff.
Okay. So is it like punk and ska, or just more like punk?
He's done both. Like Arrogant Sons of Bitches and Bomb the Music Industry. Like
Arrogant
Sons of Bitches was more ska. Bomb the Music Industry got like a pop punk ska vibe, and then his new stuff is sort of just like punk songwriting. It's
I only listen to like when it comes to that stuff, like the mainstream, I guess, bands of those genres. You know what I mean? Like Catch-22 and like
Against All Authority.
What's the one that plays the Streetlight Manifesto? They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Matt, I know you like them a lot. So
I love them. And there's
like before all this, ska to me was No Doubt. I was like, oh yeah, that's ska music. You know, like Real Big Fish. You know what I mean? And they are, but it's just like they're like what you heard on the radio. So it's like that's all I knew.
My first exposure to ska was Five Iron Frenzy, which is probably not a good.
It's not the.
Oh come on! I love Fire Iron Frenzy. Come on.
I love the music. I hate the message.
I do too. Like as far as that.
What, you don't like golf, Steven?
Like what?
You don't like golf?
They're a Christian band, Davey.
Yeah.
Oh, he said with 5 iron. Never mind. That's a golf.
Yeah. That is golf reference.
That is golf.
Sorry.
Everyone is right.
Okay. So, what is it in relation to biblical or like Christianity? I'm assuming
they just think about Jesus and shit occasionally. Yeah.
No, but what's the 5 iron? Does that mean anything? Like,
no.
I don't know. 5 Iron Frenzy. You go in a bank. You go nuts with your 5 iron. And you just take a bunch of people out because they weren't praying hard enough anyway.
Yeah.
The name has nothing to do with Christianity.
There's no relation.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
The name is kind of just like, hey, we're a ska band.
Yeah, it's silly. It's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's always a silly debate within ska of like what's ska and what's not ska, and ska.
It's a genre.
Skanking, right? Isn't that what it's called?
It's an ever changing thing that has to have horns.
Not necessarily,
but not necessarily even because you've got like Operation Ivy never had horns.
And that
Abortion Twins does Ska-Abortion Twins. They don't
Every
always
now
have
and then,
horns.
yes.
Every now and then.
And that's
Sometimes
why it's
we have-
ironic that Five Iron Frenzy exists, because like they hate things with horns, because they're Christian.
I got it, Steven.
I
The
get it.
devil.
When you do Ska-Abortion Twins, do you guys have a horn section?
Abortion.
Every now and then we do.
Every now and then you do,
Yeah.
Dude,
Do you get
if
Brad
I-
Gilmore out?
Yeah.
Now the funniest part about you mentioning Five Iron Frenzy is, and the horns thing, haha, funny. The funniest part is they're actually friends with Mephistopheles.
Dope.
which is
That's
a
awful.
satanic
Or awesome.
stuff.
That's the best. Yes. They don't necessarily know who Mephistopheles is. I don't
I'm
think.
like, I don't know.
No, they know. They just honestly throughout the years, Five Iron Frenzy hasn't really focused on the whole religion thing, and they just don't.
I don't
care.
Kind of stepped away from it.
I don't think every member of the band is necessarily religious.
They were
Yeah.
probably in the Unitarian Church, got taken in, and they're like, well, I don't know how I feel about all this.
They were signed to Tooth and Nail, so I mean,
Yeah.
Tooth and Nail is
Okay.
a relatively Christian ska label, Christian punk and ska label.
Yeah.
And MXPX for a
Yeah,
while.
but don't they like a lot of those bands like leave the songs vague enough to where it's like you can interpret it as something else, but obviously to them it means God or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the best I think.
I feel like
Smart marketing. Like if I had a ska band, I'd only have a French horn. That'd be the only horn in there. Just so,
Matt, know.
Matt can fist it. Matt Williams. He's not here.
I mean, I'll be honest. Like bands are able to do that. One of my favorite bands is Smoking Popes, and they have a song called "I Know That You Love Me," which is clearly about God.
And that's
But
also
I love
a Christian
the song,
band.
but it's also, I mean, it could also be about loving a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a
Knowing
real,
someone loves you.
actually existing person. Yeah.
Yeah.
People do that.
Or knowing that a person loves you. Yeah.
Fun fact: the Smoking Popes is Kyle Kinane's favorite band.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he planned his whole the last show he got to do in Tampa. He planned that around a Smoking Pope show.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, because they were
That's
playing
awesome.
the following day.
That was when he was
Fun-
at Crowbar, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah. He was supposed
It's
to go
such a
back
good
there
show.
again, but
He had
Yeah.
actually been offered a show in Gainesville the next day, and he was like, "Nope,
nope.
I'm seeing the Smoking Popes."
that's pretty cool. A lot of comics
And
do
he
stuff
ended
like
up
that.
he ended up doing the show in Gainesville, from what I hear. He ended up Juan Pantaleon was at the one. He ended up doing a show in Gainesville, maybe a couple days later.
Yeah.
And he was trying, and he never got around to doing his closer because somebody in the front row was like talking and being so obnoxious that he like kicked a beer at them and then ended the show early, and no one got to hear his closer.
I mean, that's a good closer, though.
Yeah,
That's a pretty
way to
good
go out.
closer. I think it was the big
Kyle
bad
Kinane's
stuff.
fucking punk as shit, dude. I didn't know he was
Yeah,
kicking
yeah.
beers at people.
How do you follow that?
By putting on Abortion Twins.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're gonna
The
come
best
on.
closer.
The best closer.
That's what I want. That's what I want to do.
it's such a
I wanna
closer.
go
It
on-
never
I wanna
even
go
happened.
On the road. I want to go on the road, and toward the end of my set, I just want you guys to slowly start coming up and setting up around me while I still tell jokes.
You never address it.
And I
You
never
want-
address it, and then you guys start playing, and I just
4 non-blondes behind you?
and yes, and you guys just keep playing. Just run the light for me. Just keep going and going and going until you are dragged off stage, and then everyone's
That's
going
not
to
a
be
bad
like,
idea, actually.
what the hell was that? And I'll be like, it was my closer.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Let's make this happen.
He was the host. I can't believe that.
The
That's a
feature
lot
didn't
of
even get to go up.
Yeah, that's a lot of build up for a 10-minute set.
He fired. The health department came and shut him down. I don't even. What's going on?
Have you ever? Oh yeah, you guys have done shows together. I was about to say, have you ever worked?
Oh,
with
yeah.
comedians? But yeah, I forget.
I did show with Danny. We did one.
Yeah. Oh, I meant like I know Matt and I think Danny have done shows. So
Oh, yeah.
Matt, you probably did you ever play on the same bill when you were in a band with him?
No.
No.
The band-
Didn't you guys play like Emergenza one time with our ska band?
Did we?
You were in what band was that? Cult Classic?
Yes, probably. That was a long
Not to be
man.
confused with Coke Classic. This is Diet.
Wait, was Colt
This is the
spelled like
giant version.
Colt? It was like the horse Colt Platinum.
No.
No, it's like the malt liquor, Davey. Come on.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Yeah, but I didn't want to say that because I already said I love Jap. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, I think we
You
did.
can-
we did play that show.
You can drink malt
show.
liquor, Davey.
Yeah, it's
But-
okay.
but-
You drink White Claw, don't you?
No, well,
White
I have
Claw is
before.
straight up malt liquor.
Hell yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's just how they got
With flavoring.
with flavoring.
It's malt liquor for the golf course.
It's I don't know, and it's like sweetened with like xylitol,
Yeah.
like
Is that like
chewing gum.
artificial sweetener?
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it give you cancer like saccharin?
We'll find out.
What doesn't?
That's true. I
I
guess it's not out yet.
We'll find out.
Yeah, that was
Remember-
funny. Like, people I work with are like, people I work with were like terrified of the corona shit, and they were talking about the vaccines. They're like, I don't think I'm gonna go get it right away. I'm like, I'm gonna get it like immediately once it's out of FDA. And they were like, well, like, what about the risks? I'm like, dude, you guys like take aspartame and Teflon and all that wild shit, and you're worried about this.
Everything-
Yeah. Just open your fucking pantry and see all the
Everything we
preservatives
make
in there. Like,
in
what are you worried
America.
about?
What are you saying, Danny?
Everything we make in America has something that can give you cancer. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least this is purported to potentially be medicine. So-
Exactly.
yeah. No one's like Teflon. Keep your insides lubricated. Nothing's gonna stick to
Man,
you
are you
now.
talking? We haven't heard you like this whole time.
Are you muted? Your
No,
mic
we
ain't
can't hear
working.
you this whole time. I was wondering why she wasn't saying anything, and then I just saw your mouth move, and I'm like, I don't know what she's
This
saying.
isn't a good look for the podcast. The only woman can't be heard.
Well, we
Oh my
purposely did
goodness.
that. No, I'm kidding.
Is it better now?
There
Yes,
we
we
go.
can hear you.
I was
Have
like,
you been talking the whole time?
Were you?
I was
We
like,
just want to
clear-
know that you are loved, appreciated, and your opinion is valid.
Yes.
I was like, clearly, I'm not saying anything funny this week because they're ignoring me. Okay.
Wow, that was a
Sorry,
half
we
hour of
couldn't
that.
hear
Yeah, you
I'm
should have
so
posted
sorry.
it in chat.
I just looked down. I saw her
I
mouth
didn't
moving.
know.
I'm like, is she talking or laughing?
I didn't know. I mean,
yeah, I just saw.
you guys heard me when we were talking about racism, so
Yeah.
I
And
don't
then
know.
you were like, I better shut this down.
yeah,
It's like you hit record and then just disappeared.
yeah. I just go and do other chores. This is actually just a cutout of me.
Got to deliver it to the Rays Stadium later.
Yeah, it's like in Speed. You just looped it on the little thing where you're just kind of like rocking back and forth,
Yeah,
watching the road.
Exactly. Yeah, I look out the window every once in a while.
So what were you saying?
Make
I
it like
know.
you look out the window every once in a while.
I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh, my-
Awesome.
yeah, here we are.
I'm so sorry. I feel so bad that
I'm so sorry.
I feel bad that we didn't really notice you were gone for so long. Like it.
Well,
it
honestly, I
feels
thought
really bad.
Well, Matt, I honestly thought it's because we're talking about like ska music and stuff, and I'm like, maybe she doesn't listen to it, so she doesn't really know, so she's just kind of like taking a back seat here. But then I saw your mouth moving, and I was like, oh no,
I would say you might not listen to it, but you've definitely broken up with a man who does.
Oh,
I think we all have.
Yeah.
I've even
Rite
broken
of
up with that
passage.
part of myself. Like, who's this loser? He still listens to ska. Oh, I'm looking in the mirror.
You just
What do you just watch swingers on the weekend and touch yourself?
just throwing your suspenders and your checker print shit into a flaming barrel.
Hey guys, let's play NHL '94. You can see the blood. Ooh.
You'll break the
What are you
glass
thinking?
when you check them in the boards this game.
Wearing
Oh,
pinstripe condoms.
Jerking
that a
off,
thing?
Sandy. Jerking off
No,
your money,
I just-
baby. Your money, baby.
Ah,
Hanging out with John Favreau. It's weird. It's a weird scene, you know? Like,
dude, and now Jon Favreau, what the hell? He is so good at directing. Ugh.
oh, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's fucking killing it, man. He's built like his own studio and all this shit.
Yeah, and I feel like the thing is, like, the more I watched something with Jon Favreau in it from just like 2010, and in the last decade, he's aged so much, and I think that's the genius taking over.
Yeah.
I feel like he's big, like he looked very
He's,
sleek and put together, and now he's a little more like, here's what we're gonna do.
Hey, Matt, you
Yeah.
can tell us that you were watching Couples Retreat. It's okay.
Yes,
It
it
really was.
was. It was
It's a
couples
great movie.
retreat.
It's got Faison Love in it. Come on.
I love
Who
it.
is I?
He's the
I
big
don't know.
black guy.
Oh, that
No
guy.
Big
way.
Worm.
So-
He's Big Worm from Friday.
From Friday?
Big Worm,
No,
Big
I didn't know his
Worm.
name.
Oh yeah, his name's Faison Love. He's a stand-up comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like I've seen him.
So
Do stand
you're saying he aged in like president years, Carter?
Yeah, but like in like a good way of like he became like
Like he's
just-
dignified.
Yeah,
The
like
genius
it's-
came out of him, not the stress came out of him.
Like he's.
Well, I mean,
like,
your impression of him is like he lost it like Sanders, just like
yeah.
no.
He went from
I don't know-
Christopher
I don't know.
Lloyd. He went from Christopher Lloyd as Professor Plum and Clue to Christopher Lloyd and Back to the
Camp
Future
Nowhere?
as
Oh.
Doc Brown.
I
He
feel
was
like
brilliant in that movie.
John Favreau has a version of himself inside of his head that is very Christopher Lloyd, Bernie
it's
Sanders.
just pulling
Yeah.
levers and shit.
Yeah, there's like, oh, Marvel's done with that. That stupid.
Yeah. He's eventually going to turn himself into a pickle. Is what's going to happen.
Yeah, he's like, fuck it, I'm gonna go cook.
yeah.
Peak
Better
of
film
comedy.
this. The Chef Show is the best cooking show I think that's ever been made.
Yeah, because I haven't watched it yet, but I know that isn't Babish on there?
I think at parts, but he does it with Roy Choi.
And
Roy
Bill
Choi,
Burr, I think Bill Burr has an episode. Or
episode,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just as far as that goes, like it's like to watch Roy Choi. Roy Choi is my favorite chef.
I like
Yeah,
his
he's like-
name rhymes. I like that.
Yeah, he like revolutionized the food truck, right? He was like one of the first ones.
He would,
to do
yeah,
that.
he was early on that. Chef, the movie Chef is loosely based on him.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
So it's almost like a documentary.
Yeah, I mean a little bit. There's a lot of accurate stuff in there, but
So-
just the way they talk about food and the way they're passionate about it, and it's like a genuine love you see for the food they're preparing. It's one of those shows that when I put it on, I'm like, oh man, like this is why I loved cooking for so long.
You're like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to be like when I do it, and
Yeah.
Until the,
somehow
till
it's
the
not.
industry broke me.
Yes, until the industry broke me.
Did you, Carter? I want to get your opinion. You ever watch that show Cooking on High on Netflix?
I think so, but I don't. I think it's bad.
It's terrible.
Cooking
Like,
on high. Is
I-
it like where they're
yeah.
high cooking?
It's
They,
like
they cook a million different edibles, and they're like, well, we seared these shrimp in cannabis butter, and like the people are just
yeah.
like straight up in a coma reviewing it. They're like,
there's
No,
another.
that's Bong
good.
Appetit. That's Bong Appetit
No,
with
there's another.
with-
There are two shows on Netflix.
there's one on
about
Vice called.
cooking with weed.
Yeah, there's one on Vice called Bong Appetit with a what's his face from Cypress Hill.
That
Be
one's
real.
good.
Yeah.
all of this
Let me
shit has
see.
made me kind of hate weed. Like just where we had like 3 cooking shows about how to cook your weed.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, can I just get chicken like without all that? I don't need, you know what I mean?
It's like, can people
Yeah.
just get high anymore?
Can you just saute it in regular
High,
butter?
and then you eat the food.
Yeah, that's what I was confused on. You're supposed to get high and then eat food.
Well,
Yeah.
Bong
Cooking on high.
Appetit, they're passing fucking blunts around while they're waiting to get served food, and by the time
Oh.
they
I
get it,
can't wait to get high.
dude, they're already so baked, and they're like, oh, this is the best thing I ever ate. And I'm like, yeah, but you're fucking high. Like that's how it works. You can eat fucking shit with sauteed and clarified butter and be like, oh, this is the best shit I've ever
Best
had.
thing ever.
So cooking on high is bad. It's awful, and that's the ones where there's no like regulation to it. They can just do whatever they want. The one that's really good is Cooked with Cannabis. That one's really good. LP does an episode. It judges as a
Ooh.
judge
I'll have to check it
just to get the David Wayne vote.
It looks
Yeah,
like
for sure.
it looks like Mikey Winfield judge one.
Yeah,
too.
Mike Winfield judged one. What they do though, they have a certain number of milligrams that they can use for the entire meal, and they can't go over that.
Oh, so
Oh, they
it's
can't just, like-
regulated.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
They can't just
Yeah.
straight up fuck someone up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They're not just dumping
So-
a pound of fucking lawn clippings in there. It's like, you're gonna
Yes.
love this shit.
Don't
They
you want to hear
actually-
other dimensions?
So it's like a competition.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
And the way it works is like they try to they have 3 courses. They have an appetizer, like a main course, and a dessert, and they try to like curate the meal so that it's just enough THC that like when you're eating one course, it can hit you and then you can come down from it. You get the next meal and then they sort of like they'll
a
give
whole
you
experience.
They'll hit you with like THC first, and then like in the second meal will be less THC and more CBD to sort of like mellow out the thing.
Ooh.
And then they'll like end with like a nice balance. Like it's actually more well thought out, and they're not just.
Do they ever have one of those people who's into like the molecular gastronomy shit with like beakers and smoking shit?
Oh God!
I think they have. Some of that stuff is really cool, but depending on the way it's used, it's just like a parlor trick.
Yeah, like the nitrous stuff, where like they like put it in there and put the smoke and like this is gonna be nitrous infused or whatever.
Or the
it's
liquid,
like if you bite into this gelatin egg, it'll emit a gas that'll get you high.
Liquid nitrogen is just like a tool. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not like a. It's,
Those people are tools.
Yeah, but it's just to cool it off, though, right? Like,
it's like to freeze stuff really, really fast.
Yeah,
like,
you can just put it in a blast chiller, though, which is the same thing.
Like if you can make ice cream with liquid nitrogen, and it's gonna freeze it so much faster than.
What about the alcohols though? Because I've seen like I think John Demmer was telling me he went to a bar that had that, and it was like whiskey came out like and it was all smoky and shit.
Davey, I thought the blast chiller was the freezer at the sperm bank.
Yeah, they have one of those there too.
The thing, I mean, and even when they do the smoke and stuff, like that all has a purpose.
Yeah.
Of like to like smoke something indoors in a short amount of time.
It just always
put a little
looks
liquid
douchey.
smoke in there. You'd be fine. Just put a little liquid smoke, and you'd be like, "Oh, it tastes like a smoked whiskey or whatever."
Like, yeah, well, not every. Yeah, but it ends up tasting like liquid smoke tastes like smoked meat.
Yeah,
that's true.
No matter what you put it in, like
yeah, because I got a brownie at this place called Vandal in New York. It's like this douchey little hipster bar. And they were like, "Oh, well, we smoke the brownie," and they put like ice cream over it, and then they had like a glass jar that they had to pull the top off of and swirl the smoke around. And I'm like, I hate all of this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
Depending. Did the brownie taste smoky?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's fine. But sometimes when people do it, like it's a sort of fickle process of like whether or not you're even gonna get the smoked flavor when you're smoking indoors like that. So I mean, if they wanted, was it good? Was the brownie at the end of the day?
It was as good as a smoked brownie could be.
Okay.
How many smoked brownies do you eat, Steven? Because I got to do my own all the time on the grill.
I've eaten smoked brownies all across.
You ever had Applewood smoked brownie?
We're gonna
Jack Daniel.
It's usually when the Girl Scouts fall into the fire. That's when you get some smoked brownies.
You're roasting Thin Mints.
Oh God.
Toasted Thin Mints.
That would be awesome.
Tagalongs.
Tagalongs are dang good. The
samosas
Samoa.
Samoas are the best.
Yeah,
they changed the name.
Did they change the name?
They changed the name of Samoa.
No, they
because,
did not.
Yeah, they did because it's like racially insensitive or something.
Just to what I guess Samoan people, yeah.
Yeah.
The Rock.
What are they?
He's a
are
billionaire.
they calling them like caramel coconut something now?
I think like coconut clusters or something like that.
They did that before all this started happening, or recently?
I think just recently.
I think within the last couple of years.
Oh, in the years.
I mean, coconut cluster sounds cool too.
Well, it doesn't.
They're good, but like if you ever can't get them, like.
Yeah, they're called caramel delights now.
Okay.
Delight.
They don't even mention coconut.
They don't even mention the coconut.
That's like
you
the
just get
star of the
surprised
show.
by it.
There are a lot of people who would be upset by them not mentioning the coconut.
Well, I'm just saying it's a star of the show. Like that's what makes it.
Yeah.
It's like calling a Thin Mint just a chocolate cookie.
A chocolate wafer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. It's a mint. Like
then you bite into it and you're like, oh, it's like toothpaste.
Yeah.
Chocolate toothpaste.
You fooled me with this cookies that's been out since 1910.
Fooled me once with a cookie. Shame on you.
It's the only one with that signature cookie crunch.
All right, Matt, were you going to say that if you can't find them, like you can tell me how to make them on my own or something?
No, I'm saying Keebler makes a cookie very comparable to the Samoa.
They get year round.
Caramel delight. You get And I can wreck a sleeve of those some bitches.
Oh,
They
yeah.
also changed the name of tagalongs. Tagalongs are now peanut butter patties.
Oh, I did know that. Yeah.
Why
I don't know why
tagalongs?
I have no idea. Maybe Native American. I don't fucking know.
I think
would
it was
guess.
actually, yeah.
It is?
I think it's actually a reference, yeah, to I don't
Native
know.
Americans?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Not sure if is it Native Americans? Yeah.
it could be something. I don't know. I'm sure
Like
there's
a-
a reason.
Yeah.
Like a group
Well, I don't
of
think they
people.
just did it. They're like, let's just change all our names.
Let's just fuck with our business model for
Yeah,
no
let's just
reason.
rebrand everything because of one thing or whatever. But are Thin Mints still Thin Mints?
They start renaming the kids.
Oh, they changed all of them.
You're not an Elizabeth. You're a
Yeah,
Catherine
I
now.
feel like they just rebranded.
Yeah, like the trefoils are
Oh,
now
okay.
called shortbread. The do-si
They were
do is
basically
peanut
just-
butter
yeah.
sandwich cookie. Thin Mint will not change its name, and I, as a skinny person, I'm offended.
Yeah, that's true. They need to change it.
You're
Can
a
we
skinny
have
person?
healthy weight mints? How about that?
Healthy weight mints. Yeah.
How many points are each of these cookies?
Healthy weight mints, diet healthy weight mints.
They should
More
change
like
it from like
normal,
Thin Mints
healthy.
to be like. They should just change it to you're perfect the way you are, mints.
Yeah, yes.
Healthy at any size mints.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beauty is on the inside mints.
Beauty's on the inside of these mints. Like, these cookies. I've always put them in the freezer or fridge. I want to try them now toasted over fire. I might have to.
The chocolate's just gonna melt off.
Yeah.
I don't
you're
know.
right. What if you batter them
But-
though?
well, I will say, though,
Ooh,
Davey-
deep fry them.
Yeah, if batter them, a deep fry 'em good. But I will say,
like
Davey,
a carnival.
my head was where your head was at, where I was like, oh my god, if you could make like a s'mores, you could make s'mores with Thin Mint.
And use that
But
as the
then-
instead of the graham crackers. Just use
Yeah,
that.
but then I was like, man,
Don't you already have those?
is that a thing? It'd
I
be
feel like
good.
it is.
Like I think like a mallow, like a marshmallow centered one they have. I don't think it's Girl Scout though.
You know what you do? You get a bunch of cake frosting and you just take all like layers of Thin Mints and make like a Thin Mint cake.
That could be good. Like if you made like an eclair, like the casserole,
Yeah.
like the old, Southern lady casserole.
Yeah,
Did
we
that
can't call them Thin
with
Mints anymore.
Thin
We've
Mints.
gotten real fat with the talk. We've gone like right to food. We're just like our minds racing.
Every
Well, I
episode.
mean, it's almost lunchtime, I guess.
Oh,
that-
okay. Yeah.
Someone came up with it. I love
Yeah.
it.
Someone did it. It's all right. So, well, I'm not gonna be able to patent that.
I'll send you guys the recipe in chat.
So man,
Does
that
anyone go to the
sounds
site
amazing.
thisiswhyyou'refat.com?
Yeah.
Where it's just a
Yeah.
bunch of like disgusting food. Oh, it's a
No.
great blog.
How do you think we fund this podcast? You're looking at. No, I'm kidding.
Literally bread
I
and
alone
butter.
Sponsored by
Bread and-
thisiswhyyou'refat.com.
I feel like that's why we have any international audience. They're like, look at the fat Americans.
Yeah. They're like
That's
our
true.
bread and butter is bread and butter.
Yeah. So they live vicarious through us, just talking about food. Is that what you're saying, Steven?
Yeah. No, just to feel just superior. They're like, fuck them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're
Look
doing
at
it
these
for
fat
that.
Americans.
Enjoy their podcast until they die in their 40s.
I got 5 years left, baby.
No one laughed when he said die in your 40s. We were all like, well,
I didn't think I'd make
No
it that
wonder you
long.
picked me as a guest.
I didn't think I'd make it to 30, dude.
You're like,
already
die in my
dead, Danny.
40s. Danny's like, die in my 40s. Bitch, I died 2 weeks ago. I'm
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Been there, done that. I'm
I've
ready.
already
I'm
had
ready to
take those
die. I've
calls
done it
in real
before.
life.
You got
But you-
resurrected, though.
But you know what? This is gonna sound morbid, but at least, Danny, you got a glimpse into how many people care about you.
Actually, yeah.
Like
You got
at
to
the
find
end
the
of the
silver
day,
lining and all that. Or not, I should say the comedy part of it. That is kind of
Yeah.
comedic. You're like, well, at least I see you cared, you know?
I'm just
Well, the
happy
funny
you shared
thing-
that. I'm happy you shared the Empire Records thing I did to you.
Yeah, dude, I love that.
Hold on, wait, what'd you do with Empire Records?
The Jesus, I hate this funeral, and I put Danny's face on her.
So he had a shaved head and everything, too?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Well,
Well, because I know they do the face thing where you can, like, replace it and it'll, like, just do the face part.
he put my actual head on it.
Oh, okay.
It's like a picture where I'm smiling too.
Yeah. Did you go at your wrist with a Lady Bic razor too? That's such a great movie, man. Sorry.
It's a classic.
What were you gonna say though, Danny?
I don't even. Oh, so it was really funny. Like my friends were all like worried about me, but then I noticed none of my relatives actually even noticed. There's like.
Why did you talk to them recently though?
No.
Hmm.
It's okay. This just took a sad turn.
Yeah, you just kind of pulled all the comedic air out of the room. Thank you.
Well, it's
Okay.
It's
actually
usually my job.
Yeah.
it's been
I'm
humorous
kidding.
though because like my mom, like I told her what happened online. She's like, "Oh, that's disappointing."
That's a word for it.
She's gonna send an angry
Horrible.
email to fucking Facebook. How could you do this?
That's horrible. And then
That's
I told her I was going to be on a
uncalled for.
podcast called How to Die Alone, and she's like,
I mean, she knows your band name though, right? Like,
oh, she tries to ignore that.
oh, okay. She's like, yeah,
Yeah.
your twins band, because you and your brother. Twins
Twins
band.
born 4 years apart.
Yeah. You guys look so similar too. You
I
and Rich.
know. That's why he's lost weight and I haven't. He's like, fuck that, I don't want to look like him.
But it's just the two of you though, right?
Was that?
It's just the two of you?
Yes.
You never have
Well-
like people fill
the
in or
band?
sit
No, the
in?
band is
Yeah.
five.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But the
Yeah.
mainstays have been me and my brother. We've had about 30 different members, I think, in the past,
Yeah.
which means people
You don't
love
get
working
more
with
punk
us.
than that, dude.
Yeah. People love being in the band.
Did you teach Sid Vicious how to play the horn at one point too, or
Yes, we did.
you're like, all right, you
bugle.
mastered the bass now. Yeah, let's see
It's
how
a
you do. Yeah,
bugle.
the bugle.
This is our ska cover of Taps.
I'd love
Took
to
a-
hear that.
Took 3 months to learn this goddamn bugle.
It's not called taps though. It's ACABs.
ACABs.
On it. We used to play at every show the song All by the Descendants, and then follow it up with You Suffer by Napalm Death, which is just a bunch of 1 second songs. The crowd would be like, oh man, they have 20 songs left on the set list. Oh. They just played a bunch of 1 second songs over and over again.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
When was
The
your
crowd
last
didn't think
show?
so. Was that
When was your last show that you did before all of
March?
this?
You did a pink it up for your last thing, right?
No, we played right before this all hit, March 6th, I think it was. We played the Verona in Newport Richey.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or yeah, Newport Richey.
Oh shit, dude! I should have gone to that. It's like right by my fucking house.
It was a fun fucking show. I ended up taking off the next day because, well, it was a Thursday night.
Danny parties.
Yeah, no, it was more like actually it was a Thursday night,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to go to work.
Yeah.
Plus, it's
Yeah.
probably far where you probably live like down in like St. Peter, Tampa, or something, right?
I live in the new Tampa area. Oh, yes.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
'Cause
isn't very new
well, I
anymore,
just know-
I've lived there since I was 6.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just because I live in Newport Richey, so like whenever I want to do something that's fun, I have to drive like an hour. just to
Exactly.
get
Yeah.
there.
We actually stay at a
'Cause-
hotel because we were like, fuck this. We are not going home.
Because there's nothing
Yeah.
fun in Newport Richey, Davey.
Yeah. Well, I mean there is, but it's just the stuff I do, I have to drive to Tampa or St. Pete for the mic. for the
Well,
most
now
part.
you know, Danny, you could have crashed at David's house.
I know
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Just bring the whole band and.
I got a couch, dude.
Hey,
I got a couch that
Dude, we'll go
all
back
of
to
you
house
can
party
sleep on.
shows, dude. Just fucking set it up at the apartment.
But-
Actually, there's a
Question.
pool house right behind me, or
You-
like
you
right
may
out
have a
back.
Couch, but do you have a dog?
I have two.
Two.
I'll steal one of those and sleep with that.
Oh, sleep with it. That's fine. Yeah, just don't
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna steal it. No, no.
steal them. Yeah, we'll get upset. They're Chihuahua. They would hate you. They might like you though because you look very
They
similar
would
to me.
hate you.
Well, no, they hate like most people, so that's why I love them because like
Yeah,
they only
Chihuahuas. Yeah, they hate most people.
yeah, and we didn't do the proper thing you're supposed to do, like when they're young, like expose them to a lot of people. We're like, no, you're staying inside. You're not going to be an outside dog. So
I think that like there's a Chihuahua in my apartment complex that comes to the dog park sometimes. That is the only Chihuahua I've ever met that is like good with other dogs.
that's because they probably did him
Yeah.
when he was a puppy,
Like
like
his name.
exposed him.
Yeah, his
Or
name's
no, our dogs
Rico.
love other dogs. They just hate other people.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
See,
'cause-
Noodle loves other people, but he hates other dogs. Like,
Really?
he does not go to the dog park with the girls.
Oh.
I had to sneak the girls out of the house the other day while he was sleeping.
So he wouldn't get
And then he
jelly.
woke up
Yeah.
like, hey, what's going on?
Yeah,
Where's
everyone was
all my
gone.
girls?
Yeah.
Where are my
Where are my
bitches
girls?
at?
Where's my bitches?
Isn't he blind? So wasn't he like I don't hear him anywhere?
He's deaf.
He can
and
still
he's-
smell though, right?
Yeah, I think that's how he does most of his things because he's mostly blind now. But he knows, like, when I get out of bed in the morning, like, he's right there. And I'm like, how? But how?
He's following the scent.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
that's
smells you
all.
moving around or something. I don't know.
He feels the vibrations in the floor.
Maybe he can just
I walk around stomping
Hey, you
everywhere.
just-
maybe he can just sense the movement like a T-Rex.
I'm guessing he's a T-Rex.
Yeah, you gotta get a road flare and wave it back and forth, and then like that, throw it.
Just watch him eat a fucking lawyer out of a toilet.
And Newman.
Oh man, that's cool. Yeah, they haven't called yet, so I hope everything's all right with my dogs.
Oh, they went
Did
to
you
the
have to leave
vet.
him there?
Yeah, my dog this morning, one of them, Jax, a little one, he was acting weird. Like normally, like wags his tail, like,
Oh,
and he was just had his tail down low, and he just seemed like real lethargic.
Is his name Jax because he has like robot arms?
Yes. No, my girlfriend's daughter loves Michael Jackson. So
Oh,
she named him
okay.
Jax.
okay.
But we have so many nicknames. Like I call him Jackson Brown just because he's a brown little Chihuahua. You know,
Yeah,
I
I've
call him
noticed-
Peanut.
Your animals are heavily influenced by their color.
Yes, I have Black Kitty and Gray Kitty, and that's their names. That's what they are.
Brown
Oh.
dog.
Boo is all white
original.
like a ghost, so we call him Boo. You know,
I've taken to calling Dee Dee my little caramel zebra.
nice,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
she's-
cute.
She's tiger, sometimes tiger ham, caramel zebra.
I call Piper my cookie pooch because she's
Cookie
got that
pooch.
Oreo coloring.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. She does look like a cookies and cream milkshake.
Hmm. Or my tuxedo hound.
Total tuxedo hound.
This podcast has gotten so soft.
Yeah, we have on someone from the band called the Abortion Twins,
Let's
and
talk
we
about
turned
how
in.
cute our babies are.
We talked about
all
food
fairness-
and
In all fairness, our band name may be Abortion Twins, but we are the least
Yeah.
hardcore
Well,
punk people you ever meet.
I would imagine, like,
Right.
I mean, just I don't know.
The only thing offensive
It's all-
about us is our name.
Yeah, but,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people have like, I shouldn't say the shock, but
Well-
like, the people that you think would be like the worstest. Look, worstest. That's not a word, but the worst kind of people like are always turn out to be the nicest. It's like because like I used to go to a lot of
You just-
hardcore shows. And
You just
see
assume
kids-
punks are the worst people.
No, but what I'm saying is that's how society. Oh, you got tattoos and you got a fucking mohawk and you wear, you got all these piercings, but they're always like the nicest. At least the Virginia hardcore scene was like that. So
Did you say that when you went to the shows? Like, I kind of expected you all to be pieces of shit, but
yes,
Oh,
I said that in the pit. I was just like, yeah, let's throw down, and no, I didn't. Say
and you're like,
this.
why are you helping people up when they fall down in the pit?
I thought we were supposed to trample him to
I was
death
gonna
and then
say,
turn away.
Davey kicks him back down.
Come on, man. What about the Wall of Death?
That's right. You guys aren't running and headbutting each other.
The only band I've ever seen do the Wall of Death was a ska band. What
Yes.
the fuck?
I've seen Yellow Card do it.
And then
Exactly.
Oh yeah, that's just fuck. Yeah, they got the
Yeah,
violin
but
guy.
they're trying to pretend to be tough, but they're
No.
really not.
And they're from like fucking Cali. It's like, get out of here, you fucking frosted tips.
I will
There
tell
we
you.
go.
Let me settle down.
The,
don't get him started. Don't
Yeah.
get him
Oh,
going.
I'm
Get him
so
fired up.
excited.
No.
the worst crowd I ever dealt with at a fucking concert was an AFI show. Like, I fucking hate their audience so much.
Really,
I did so much.
I saw them. They were pretty good.
No, they're just
Well,
like
The crowd, not
the crowd. Yeah, the crowd are just like a bunch of like entitled, spoiled like white girls. and
Oh, I
shit.
see what you're saying. Well, I saw them back when like
This woman came up to me and asked me to save her spot, and it was a standing show. I'm like, how do I go about that?
Just take a wide
Like,
stance.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just
just
yeah,
do big arms. And
yeah. Put
holding
your,
the spot
put your
for
wing-
when autumn comes back.
Yeah, put
Come
your
on,
wingspan out there. Just do windmills. Just start spinning through the crowd. That'll keep people away, Steven.
Yeah.
Sometimes it won't.
Yeah, that's true. They're like, oh, he's opening up the pit. And then everybody jumps in. And
I'm saving this spot.
start throwing down.
My favorite thing was at a comedy show in John Jacobs, there was a comic that got on stage and he was holding the mic like this and talking into it, but he had it like turned up.
Yeah.
And I turned to John Jacobs. I was like, I'm not telling another fucking joke until this pit gets moving.
Yeah. Dude, you can always tell like the ex-band member, like Chris Heist would do that. He used to sing like in a metal band.
And he would
He would wrap the fucking cord around it and then have it like, oh yeah. And that's how he told his jokes.
It's distracting.
Come on, everybody, come to the front of the stage.
Yeah.
We don't
Come get these ha-has.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I got hassled by someone at a Maria Bamford show too.
Oh, I got a phone call here. Hold on a sec.
I forget if I ever told you guys about this. I was at the Maria Bamford show and I was sitting getting ready for the show and this old lady just like kept tapping me on the shoulder. She's like, "Could you move? You're too tall. I can't see the stage." I'm like, "I'm sitting. Like, what do you mean? Can I move?"
This is like, where was this? The Improv?
Yep.
Oh, okay. That
No,
makes
it's like
sense.
assigned seats.
Yeah. Well, it's they bring you in, they put you where they put you, and I was just like, well, this is where they put
you don't
me.
choose.
Yeah, so you're not, yeah, because that's like, even especially now working at the comedy club, when people are like, we don't like our seats, can we move? We're like, well, it's like sold out. So like for you to move, especially doing like
We have to kick someone else out.
50% capacity like that, like we block off a bunch of tables. So it's like, if I move you, we're no longer social distanced. Like the whole point of us like not selling seats, like for Kevin Farley, we can sell we can sell like 125 something tickets, and we ended up selling like 109 just to make extra space, because we were like, Kevin Farley might bring like, Farley sized people. So that's what I know that sounds weird, but that was our thinking of like, we might attract a larger crowd, so we have to make room.
Some thick boys.
He might have a big following.
A thick following.
Yeah.
A dummy thick following.
A lot of people are going to be very mad.
Farley might come back from the dead. You never know.
They're going to be outraged that the menu doesn't have cheese curds on it.
Kevin Farley was one of the sweetest people. He was very, very nice and very, very funny. And
you saying he's sweet because he's probably diabetic? You son of a bitch.
Did you taste his pee? Did you drink his pee?
It's in his contract.
Try as I might, I was not able to taste his pee.
Damn it.
I was like, come on.
Let
me taste your pee.
I just
give
need
you a
to
cup
know.
and you're like, from the
Come
tap,
on.
sir.
It's for science.
I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
My wife's a nurse. It's close enough.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. I'll go home. I'll tell her the results of the experiment, and I'll get you a diagnosis by the end of your weekend.
Put your initials on the cup.
Date.
Put it in that little thing over
there. Why is it foamy?
Oh, why did I even bring this back?
The color of a traffic cone, too.
Oh God!
Oh,
yeah. It's like, what did you need?
Amanda's face.
You slow down on the B vitamins there, huh? Come on!
It's too many Flintstones.
Every time you pee, it smells like you're cooking soup. What is?
Is that carbonated?
It's carbonated.
How many monsters do you drink a day?
Jesus Christ! This is chunky. Look at all them kidney stones.
Is this peanut butter?
Why is it so thick?
We're never going to be able to get this glass clean again. It's going to have sediment from urine. Oh, man.
All right.
Oh,
that was a disgusting little run, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And Davey's missing
it.
I know. He could have had so much input on that.
I know, but I'm worried for him.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. He probably would have stolen my jokes. Fuck him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, fuck him.
Step all over you.
Oh, I'm kidding.
But
concerned about the baby.
I'm concerned about the baby too.
Yeah. It's hard to focus.
Yeah, it's hard to.
It's such a depressing podcast. Thanks, guys.
It always is.
How to die alone.
It always, yeah, one way or another.
That's our guarantee.
Sad. Yeah.
Good.
We're like, we're like Safe Light. Safe Light, or we replace your old windshield with bad feelings.
I was wondering where you were going.
Safe Light repair, Safe Light replace.
So are you sponsored by Safe Light now? Is that what's going on?
We will be after
trying.
this.
Are we getting either that or we'll be sued for me singing the jingle?
Damn
Everything okay, Davey?
Yeah, sound like what were you guys laughing at now? I'm getting nervous because
nothing. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
It was about urine.
It was a bunch of pee jokes. It wasn't good, and then it very quickly turned to concern.
Well, I got nervous, and then I was like, all right, she said everything was fine. Like, I guess his heartworms, he doesn't have heartworms, and his blood work came back normal, all the stuff. They're like, sometimes it just, I guess dogs can, I guess they eat something and have upset stomach. I don't know.
Yeah.
I get depressed, and I'm like, but he's never been like that. He's always been the happy, wagging his tail. So it, like, freaked us out this morning because he's walking around with his tail down and he just seemed like real lethargic, like kind of like out of it, not as normal.
Well, you said he wasn't eating this morning, right?
Well, he didn't eat the treats, and then we gave him like a little piece of cheese, and he wouldn't eat that either. And I'm like, well, you always eat this shit.
Yeah, that's always concerning.
Yeah.
Also, Dee does that too. Like we when we notice changes in her behavior, like that's like the first thing is like, what did she eat that we didn't see?
Yeah.
And last time it was chocolate, so we had to.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was scary.
That was very scary.
Because dogs can't go on a hunger strike or nothing, so it's just that they're sick.
Well, like, and there's Chihuahua, so we leave like little, the little food bowls out for him, and he just kind of, and they do the small dog thing, I guess, where they like pull the food out and like a little bit, and then go in the living room and eat it. And then run back to the bowl and grab like a little bit more. And I'm like, why don't you just eat it?
I don't think that's a little dog thing. I think that's a raccoon thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they washing the food?
Yeah.
They put the food in the water bowl.
They pick it up with their two hands and run away on two legs.
Yeah, and just scoop it up. No, I think. Well, someone told me too. Also, they do that because like we eat in the living room, so they like to eat where we eat. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Okay.
Well, that's the beauty of having a one-bedroom apartment where the kitchen's in the living room. It's just like the whole place is the dining.
It's the
I eat everywhere.
No, so everything's good. I'm happy about that. But
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I got nervous there.
We were nervous for you.
There's real touch and go for a minute there.
Yeah, it's like we couldn't hear you.
You
looked
were
She
doing
was
like
explaining
this?
all the stuff she recommends, and she wants me to he wants this food, and it's like an ID or something. It's like in,
I can
I'm talking
give you
about,
my professional opinion off of this podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Off air.
We end up doing like rice and boiled chicken whenever her stomach's upset.
Yeah, that's what they said, like bland things like that, kind of just.
Yeah, you can do that instead.
That's like I can't. Sorry, I can't make chicken without seasoning it. This is weird. They're like bland chicken. That's no such thing will be made in this house. You got to like order it.
Matt has to throw out 3 or 4 preparations worth of chicken.
It's just
I can't stop seasoning it.
He just reaches for
like
it.
Salt and pepper, baby. At least.
My reputation is riding on this. Okay. I can't have dogs out there thinking I cook like shit.
Dude, you can't
gonna tell everyone at the dog park.
Exactly. You're gonna start. My owner only makes bland ass chicken. White people can't season shit. He like runs up.
Yeah, but it's like the food that we switched to when we switched from like a kibble to like this freeze dried food. Like we literally have to cook it. Mm-hmm. Like I have to add hot water and stir it up and like let it sit and then stir it again and add a little more water. It's a process.
A lady I work
can't
with,
stop cooking.
Her dog, her French bulldog, only eats
stop.
like he only eats like meat. So she has to like buy like ground turkey and like all this crazy meat like duck and shit, and she grinds it up. I'm like, your dog eats better than I do. Like this is nuts. Like
yeah, your dog
because I guess it's gluten. Yeah, it's like gluten free or something. I forget. He's allergic
like,
to something.
You don't feed the dog Wendy's. Your dog's too good for Wendy's.
Yeah. You can't have a little chicken nugget? Get out of here.
Give that bitch a Frosty with a chicken nugget in it.
Chicken nugget.
What were you going to say, Amanda?
Dogs don't there's like 3% of dogs in a specific breed that actually have a wheat allergy. So people that think that they need to feed their dogs gluten-free food, it's just bullshit. It's marketing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, she said the stuff that everything she had tried before, he would like get really he'd have like a not an allergic reaction, but something in his throat. I think he had heartburn or not heartburn. I guess essentially something like that for dogs.
The vapors.
He
Regurgitating.
He has
GERD.
mega esophagus. So did he have to sit in like a little chair to eat?
I think so. And but he's a French bulldog, so he's already fucked up and he can't breathe very well.
Yeah, those are
because they're inbreeding and all that.
Are they one of the the unethical breeds just because of the
all the bulldogs
process?
They're terrible. I hate bulldogs.
Yeah, it's
fucked
up.
I know,
but she loved them. So
like,
once she started she started feeding him that diet, then he started breathing better. So I don't know. She's like, it's working, so I don't give a shit. But I'm like, you're spending like fucking $400 a month on this food. Like it's bananas.
Yeah, we like every 3.5 weeks we spend $80 on the food. And the thing is, like, when we first got her, we were just like, let's go there, let's get the best kibble we can. But she just couldn't like maintain a healthy weight. Like she would just, and like we would give her exactly what we were supposed to, and she would still just get the chonks real bad.
Well, you got a big dog to begin with, though, right?
Yeah, she's big until I see like a big pit bull.
Oh yeah,
like she, you know what I mean? Like she's 70
see the muscle
pounds.
one walking around. You're like, oh god, that one works out.
Or even like a black lab. Like you'll see a black lab that weighs 105 pounds. Like just real big ones, and they're not overweight either. Like they're in a good condition. They're just big dogs.
You see a pit bull built like Maddie, just all top heavy and shit.
I hate seeing that. You ever see the pit bulls that look like they've been jacked up on roids?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
I hate it. I see them on Instagram all the time because I follow the pit bull hashtag.
That's how bulldogs and
because it's like
Boston Terriers are built like that, where like their butts are slender, but they're fucking front heavy eaters.
How do you get a dog like that? It's not that like they're lifting. Like, are they only going on a treadmill front half only? Like,
I don't know. I don't know if they make them like
just holding the back legs up like a wheelbarrow.
I don't know,
motherfucker. You just
the moment that I see like those pages and I see that all the dogs' ears are cut and they weren't adopted that way, I get so mad.
Yeah.
I get so mad about it.
I'm like, God damn.
Uh-oh.
Stevie breaking up a bit.
You got robot.
Oh no.
I'm
Stevie.
back.
You back?
They got him.
They got him.
The dog people, the wheelbarrow line fucked them up. They're like, you talk shit about our pit bulls, blue nose pits. Don't talk about them. No, like our chihuahuas, they're long tail. Like we didn't want to get the tail snipped or anything.
Am I back?
A little bit. You're robotic.
A little bit. You're frozen in video.
Yeah,
God
maybe
damn.
Rejoin. You're getting yelled at by Bender.
That was the best part to hear.
You got yelled at by Bender, dude. That's funny.
I had a lady the other day.
There you are.
There was a lady at the dog park the other day who had a Doberman Pinscher and had the ears cropped. But whenever the dog would perk its ears up, they would like point together.
Ooh.
And she was like mad. She goes, I can't believe that vet who screwed this up. He's got like a pocket and I have to like fix it by hand every time. I'm like, dude, you are the one who chopped your dog's ears off. I was like, sorry, the doctor did a bad job mutilating your animal.
It's not always a bad dog. There are doctors that do bad jobs, but also it's your dog's ears that do it.
Yeah.
No, so Carter, what I was saying was like I get that same emotion from like watching porn and all the cut dicks. I'm like,
me too, Stevie.
They're all mutilated.
I can't come to this.
You?
Get this out of here.
Like there's a mass grave of foreskin somewhere.
Oh my god!
John Travolta has them all.
He's gonna make a Nick Cage's face out of them.
Oh.
I don't understand that reference.
The movie Face Off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
It's
Oh,
foreskin
is that
off.
what that meme is about?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what the meme's about.
I
It's when
just
Nicolas
got it.
Cage went shopping or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
It's so much more funny now.
Isn't it cool?
Glad we could clear that
I
up.
love that Amanda is basically like a character from Blast from the Past. Like she has no idea what went on for the past 30 years.
Yeah,
I don't watch movies.
I don't either.
know.
Like I watched Face Off. Like just on the, that's like by chance one of the movies that I have seen.
Right.
But I'm one of those people where there were people like I started to write a joke about it where like people would be like, "Oh my god, you've never seen Point Break?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't realize I had to."
All right, I'm turning into that guy. You've never seen Point Break?
I've never seen it. That's
I
why I
gotta
watch
ask,
Neil.
It's on
You
Netflix.
guys-
Watch it, please, for the love of God.
Matt, have you ever seen the movie Gone Fishing? Come on.
Yeah, I think it's like one of those
Okay,
movies
damn
my
right.
dad
No.
had on. Okay, yeah.
That's actually not a good
Or like
movie. I was
Grumpy Old
fucking
Man.
around.
Grumpy Old Man's funny.
It's
Yeah, that was
awful.
good.
It's-
You ever see Baby Stay
well, I
Out?
don't remember it, so that's good. Did I ever see
Baby
what?
Stay Out.
Baby Stay Out?
Oh yeah, I saw that in theaters with my cousins when I was younger.
No, I mean I
I
get
feel
it,
like
but
these are
it's just
made up movies right now.
no. These are
No,
real
Baby's
movies.
Day Out. It's
These
literally
are
the whole
real.
movie is like a baby that escapes from its babysitter and just crawls around town all day.
Yeah.
I think it drives a car.
This is
Like-
a movie?
Yeah, he
Yes.
smokes a cigar like in Looney Tunes or like in Who
Yeah.
Framed Roger Rabbit. It was crazy. It was in the bassinet, just fucking
It's off
puffing
the
away.
video.
Yeah, just calling hits on people.
I'm so
Yeah.
confused.
Little mob baby.
No, we're really conflicting movies. But no,
What? Are you talking about Mob Boss Baby? That'd be a good movie.
Yeah. Mob boss baby.
got a little pinstripe suit on.
Boss bitch
They
baby.
had Boss Baby, which has Alec Baldwin, I think, is the voice of the baby.
Make you a
Yeah.
play date you can't
Ah.
refuse.
You come to me on the day of my spaghetti Play-Doh dinner.
You wakes up in his crib with the head of a hobby horse in there.
Oh, God.
Or no, just like the horse with the stick. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
The hobby
that's-
horse? Okay.
Yeah.
Just cuts it
Remember
off
what-
his rocking horse and he just puts the rocking horse head in there too.
Do kids
Uh,
still play with
No.
toys at all?
Are you,
It's
Like
does anybody have kids here?
No.
no.
no, none of us. I don't know why I'm asking you guys. You're not a good focus group for
Well,
this question.
You're
People have
polling the wrong
cousins,
audience.
People have nieces.
Yeah.
You might have a niece or nephew.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, let's try.
I
My
think
nephew
toys
and
have
niece
just
play with
become.
toys.
I think they've just become. I think iPads and like cell phones. Have
No.
Yeah,
become
that's
their
what I'm
toy.
saying. Like, kids? Do they still like for a certain amount of time they have to play with toys that aren't plugged in? But now they've got like leapfrog
Yeah.
pads for
Learning
babies,
pads.
Not
and-
even. I mean, some of them actually have their own iPads.
Yeah.
or in
Yeah.
phones. They're like
An
6
iPad.
years old and they have a phone.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they have
Now we
YouTube
just got
Kids and they'll
Grumpy.
block stuff. But like when I was a kid, I got my dad's toys. Like I had like his Tonka trucks that were like
Yeah.
cast iron metal. They hit you in the shin and like you're fucking
Oh.
you can't walk for a day.
Yeah,
you're
like
just
you're-
grounded. You're like I'm done.
You try to ride them like a skateboard, like you fall.
I did that too.
I used
Put
to-
my knee
yeah.
in the back of the dump truck and kind of like push
Try
it
to
like
scoot
the knee on the
around.
skateboard and
Davey.
shit. Yeah, dude.
Did you also
Every
get
year
your
got a new
dad's
West truck.
the new house truck? Yeah. David, did you get your dad's like used leisure suits and gold chains and shit too?
No, I could wear his shoes in like 8th grade and then my feet outgrew them. So
He
I
was
would wear
like,
his shoes
David,
and
wait,
I was
I'm gonna
like-
go ahead and give you some platform shoes.
Oh, that's right.
boy."
Yeah, my dad's very white, by the way, Danny. I don't know if you know that. They say my dad's very white.
I kind of figured from how he said that.
Yeah.
from the Barry White
Take
impression.
off that Brazil,
Uh,
my dear.
David, come over here and give your father a hug. Like,
Oh, yeah.
so,
Can you do?
yeah.
Can you,
You
do
better
your
be
da-
polishing than that. That's real chrome, David Wayne.
Can you do your daily dose of D in that voice?
What, in that like deep voice?
Yeah.
I mean, I can take it nice and deep.
Look at
And
so many more
I can make
followers.
it, I can even make it exaggeratory. Just be like, oh yeah, sexual chocolate.
When I was growing up, my dad lived on the river, and his neighbor would just sit at the end of his dock, blaring Barry White
Hell yeah.
I was gonna say, is he watching the ships roll in? Like what?
Like just for several hours would just sit
Didn't
out there
know
pounding
that
vodka
was
and
baby.
blasting Barry White.
He misinterpreted the concept of sleeping with the fishes. He's like, I'm gonna fuck some trout.
He covers
Find me
himself
a-
in
find
like
me a
salmon
nice-
eggs.
Give me a dummy thick redfish.
Yeah.
Gonna give me a big mouth bass and fill it full of dick.
Yeah, I'm gonna dick down this red bone redfish. Like,
It may not.
Oh,
it
man.
may not live on salt water, but
yeah.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh.
oh.
For the brackish water, this is
God, that
brackish
was a
water.
slow burn.
That's
Oh
pretty
my
funny.
God.
I like it.
How do you guys feel about banning TikTok? Are we for it?
I don't
Amanda's
care.
not. That's
Oh,
like her-
Amanda's
Yeah,
not.
you know my-
I didn't even think about. Oh man.
You
No,
know
but
my
dude,
opinion on that.
Here's the thing. Like this dude reverse engineered the whole app, and there's like a ton of like stuff in it. I feel like though.
Yeah, but it's
one of those
also
things
Apple.
where-
I think Apple and someone else also has the same algorithms or same.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I guarantee you, other apps that we haven't reverse engineered probably have the same technology. And also, I think it's like if you have nothing to hide type things.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
They
You
did
know?
the same thing with Facebook, where like Facebook had basically been called on by Congress and the Senate because they have illegal cookies in there that you can't get rid of. Like you can't shut it off.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why Zuckerberg looked like a fucking ghost at one time. He was pale
Well,
white.
also he was when him trying to explain how the internet works to those 80-year-old men was also a treat.
That was amazing.
That
Him
was
also-
awesome.
Him trying to explain that they don't curate content, and they gave example after example where he does curate content. He's like, "Well, you're misinterpreting."
yeah,
I'm like-
that was fucked
Yeah.
up. But what do you mean you don't curate content yet? Everything is all left-wing liberal-based stuff, which is fine because I'm with that. But at the same time, it's like you can't. I don't know. I mean, I guess they can because that's the thing is that it's a private
It's
company.
their
They can do
platform,
whatever
but-
the fuck they want.
It's their
That's why people are
platform.
like, "Oh, freedom of speech. I can say what I want on Twitter," and it's like, yeah, but also Twitter can be like,
Yeah.
"We don't want you saying this because this is our business." It's like you
Yeah.
go into
Yeah.
a restaurant and
I-
start saying shit. People can kick you out. It's my
I-
restaurant. Get the fuck out of here.
I saw people saying that like they're like it's unconstitutional to ban TikTok. I'm like, where in the Constitution
Yes.
do you have a right to like fucking dance videos and lip syncs? And
Yeah, that's the the 22nd Amendment, Stephen. You didn't know that?
yeah,
Added
it's
it.
for how many seconds a video can be.
Yeah, that's why Vine had to go. They were like, it's too short. You get up to at least a minute.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's true,
not
self-evident that all apps are created equal.
We hold these tweets to be self-evident.
Yes, please.
And how is he gonna ban it? Like,
That's what I'm saying. He was saying through executive order, but literally people are
But
are
how?
like, excuse me, sir,
So-
you actually
You
can't.
could still
Yeah.
have it. You would just all they'd have to do is get an unlocked phone, and then they could just fucking still have it on their
well, that's what
phone.
I'm saying. You
So-
can just change your VPN
Yeah.
and
So
Yeah.
the thing is like he's basically proposing doing what China does because China has like
Of
the Great
censoring.
Firewall of China that they
Yeah.
can control what goes in and out of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people are still there on the dark web. Like, because I remember during
Right, but
I
those
forget
people
where it
are
was in what country, but like people were setting up like servers in those countries and
But
on the
David,
dark
those-
web so they could stay in touch with Twitter and get the real news instead of whatever their country was putting on TV.
But those people can be taken to like secret prisons and killed for being on the dark web in
Yeah.
China.
This is true. If you get caught, for sure.
What's,
Is anyone doing that for TikTok?
No.
what's crazy though is I have a friend.
I would
Amanda,
risk
raise
it.
her hand. Yeah.
I would risk it for the TikTok.
For the biscuit.
I have a
TikTok.
friend who lived and worked in China as a teacher, and obviously is an American, and
Murder.
they had access, like she had access to just regular old internet. I feel like it's that somehow they differentiate between your citizen. They also paid her a lot more money
Mhm.
than they would pay their own citizens to work there. But she eventually left because shit was getting crazy.
I've heard some
Yeah,
wild.
communists. They'll
I've
do,
heard
like,
some wild shit, like wild China stories. Like back when I was in school, they were talking about their people, like the professors would talk about these people who would just be like you would be a white dude from America, and your job was to go to like a business meeting in China and just be there to give the meeting credibility. And I'm like, that's insanity.
Yeah, you don't
That's
even talk. You
wild.
just sit there, just
Wow.
saying you're a representative from.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
And I'm like, I want that job to just be white in a room. Like,
Yeah.
You know, I feel like I have that job right now.
Cool.
It's
You're
a
looking
treat.
You're nailing it too, Danny. By the way, you're just sitting there
Yeah.
killing it, dude.
Danny's presence is a present.
yeah.
Yeah.
Kiss my ass.
Aw.
That was like it's a Kanye song, but at the same time, it's so good to have you here.
Yeah. I love Danny.
So beautiful
So
to
good
look
be
at.
here. Abortion twins suck.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's just a scary concept, though, man. I don't know how. Like, I mean, I guess you wouldn't know anything different if that's all you've known your whole life. And
Wait,
like,
what's a scary concept?
just like being in China and having everything like regulated on what you can surf the web on, like that's. But like, if you don't know, I mean, do they? I don't know. They probably know. Maybe I don't know.
I mean, I assume eventually they've got to hear stories from
The outside world, yeah, an American
yeah.
comes there. So like, maybe because their phone is a certain model, because it's a U.S. model, they're like, oh, okay, yeah, you obviously and plus you're a U.S. citizen, so you can do all the internets.
The craziest thing there is like they ration internet. At least they used to.
Weird.
Oh, like
Yeah.
by gigabytes, like you're only allowed.
Yeah, so it was like
They do that in
AOL.
Canada, too.
It was like AOL where you'd pay by the hour.
Minutes,
So like
or yeah.
yeah,
You
minutes
have to
really.
update your
So like
disk.
everything, it was like constantly even your own home was like an internet cafe.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of,
Yeah,
Wow.
Canada's like that, or used to be, where they like you get up to like 10 gigs a month or something, and they start throttling it.
but that's like when I used to play World of Warcraft, there used to just be Chinese gold farmers, and it's just because that was the only way to make it profitable or even affordable to play World of Warcraft, is they would use their whole account to just farm gold.
Yeah.
So it was like fucking the African diamond mines, but digitally.
Oh man. Oh.
But what do you
Dude, it's
mean
like-
mining gold? Because they have to pay for internet.
Yeah, they would have to like basically have bots, and then they would sell the gold for real currency to like
Yeah.
American accounts.
Oh, okay.
So it felt like everyone I knew who did that. I'm like, this
no.
feels absolutely filthy. That like you're exploiting this severely underpaid Chinese labor to
Yeah.
get digital money.
Yeah, exactly. I guess it's like, yeah, we even have to work under horrible conditions in our video games.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's bad.
The white man still profits off of us, or the Americans profit off the hard work of our,
You just see a
goblin
bunch-
that we created.
bunch of orcs falling into suicide now.
Yeah. It keeps respawning. God damn it.
It's a nightmare that won't end.
Oh, that's horrible, dude.
Right.
Yeah, we exploited Chinese video game labor. Like that's.
Yeah.
Oh.
To be clear, I never bought Chinese
Yeah.
gold.
You never
Sure.
bought the
No,
cheap
Steven,
Chinese
sure.
gold.
He's like, I
No.
only bought it from the UK because I felt better.
Now I bought it from the Russians because fuck them. No, but
Yeah. Stop hoarding all the diamonds, son of a bitch.
yeah,
That's what we're gonna end that on.
yeah. Let's just end the episode there.
Yeah.
I'm not around next week, guys. It was nice knowing you.
Do you guys got
Coming
anything to
after
plug? Let's go ahead and start with David Wayne.
I have nothing. I know Matt does, so.
Well, yeah. Just go ahead and. Do you want to lead it? You want to tell us to go to Matt?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
I have nothing, Stevie. Back to you.
All right. All right, Steven, back to me. I'm not exactly sure when this comes out, but the 6th through the 9th,
Wednesday.
Thursday through Wednesday. So, okay. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I will be hosting for Dale Jones at the Side Splitters Comedy Club. I like to call it the Side Splitters, just like the
The Side
McDonald's,
Splitters.
the Walmart.
The
The Sou-
Facebook.
The Southern Gentleman Show.
The
You and
Southern
Dale
Gentleman
Jones.
Show. It's me and Dale Jones. It's going to be a great time. And then I will be at Snappers featuring on the 21st and the 22nd
Do you-
for Mike Lee.
Do you know who's featuring for the Dale Jones Show?
I have no idea.
Okay, it'll be a surprise to all of us.
It'd be a surprise to all of us.
Yeah.
It'll probably be someone local unless Dale brought someone.
Okay. You got
Anybody-
anything, Danny?
Who, me?
Any
Huh?
shows? Anything you want people to look at?
I actually don't. I mean, I have go to facebook.com/abortion twins. I mean, that's really the only thing I can think of.
What was that again? You kind of broke up.
Facebook.com/abortion twins. Add my stupid band on Facebook.
And you can you can listen to Abortion Twins on Spotify, Google Play, iTunes,
Google Play,
and
YouTube,
make sure you go to Danny's Facebook and leave him a nice message
on the remembrance page.
The remembrance page.
The remembrance page. We're all remembering that he's still alive.
Leave some digital flowers.
Yes.
Yes, please do. Please do.
Put some flowers on his digital grave.
And then
just don't buy the flowers from digital currency. Mine from China. Sorry, Steven.
No, it's fine. I'll be at Beef O'Brady's in Parrish. September 5th.
I will also be there.
Yeah, Matt Carter's gonna be doing a guesty poo. I'll be featuring Dan Gerlach hosting and headliner Dan Watkins. So it's a Dan sandwich.
Nice.
It's a Dan wish.
Why don't you invite me then? Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have you come up and close the show with the band.
Yeah, you just come out.
That would be an amazing idea.
Perform for like 70-year-olds. I think the average age in there is like 70-ish.
Yeah, they'll be like,
they're
I
not
remember
that
when
old.
Punk first came out.
And then September 11th and 12th, I'll be at Snappers Comedy Club hosting.
Never forget.
I don't know who is headlining.
Dude, I'm so jealous you guys are still getting to play shows, man. I can't do that.
It's different because there's just not like.
It really requires one person willing to take a risk and a microphone.
Yeah, the logistics are simple.
Yeah,
it's just people are spaced out, and it's weird because we're not used to that. We always like try to pack them in. I guess you guys do the same thing. I try to pack them as close to the stage as possible and get all that.
I will say the weirdest thing.
Tables and stuff you can sit at. Whereas people right up front, like sardines.
Yeah, and you can't just be like, let's open this pit up, for social distancing purposes.
Yeah.
The weirdest.
That'd be funny seeing like a mosh pit with people.
I want to see all you motherfuckers 6 feet apart.
The weirdest thing is having to pretend that there's not this situation going on because, like, you wrote the jokes in a time when life was normal.
Yeah.
So, like, when you're talking about, like, I went to the doctor, it's like, well, this is weird now. Or, like, when I say I traveled somewhere, you can't be like, it's normal to travel.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Remember 5 months ago when you could leave?
You just do your entire routine right there.
That's what I did. I was like a couple years ago, back in March.
Feels like decades ago.
Do you got anything to plug, Amanda, or are you good?
No, I never have anything to plug.
Oh.
If you want to see more Amanda, listen to the How Did I Alone podcast that you're already listening to.
Yeah.
Oh,
and TikTok.
Also, check out her TikTok.
Her TikTok.
Yeah, I've hit a plateau of followers, so yes, go to my TikTok, Crappin' Kids with a K.
KRAPAN.
Kids.
Yeah.
Crappin' Kids.
Yeah.
Crappin' Kids.
Enjoy while it's legal.
Yes.
Or even if it goes illegal, they still enjoy it because
it.
she's like, fuck it, I'm going all in.
Yeah.
My 12,000 followers must see noodle.
Oh, I should start a TikTok for the dog. I really should. I know.
They're great.
I gotta do it. We're gonna do it.
Don't give it to peer pressure.
No, I won't.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.